The Leading Edge Cricket Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Leading Edge Cricket Podcast, episode 34, and today we're breaking down games 33 all the way through to game 42 of the IPL. I'm Rob, one half of the Leading Edge Cricket Podcast, as always joined by my co-host Rich.
Hey buddy, how's it going?
Not too bad, mate, not too bad. Tough times back in England for yourself.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, just we're chatting off air as well. Just what we just mentioned it on here. Just my little cousin's, second cousin, so my cousin's kid. He's only 5, bless him. They just found out some real bad news the other day that he's got a brain tumour and it's at this moment inoperable. So we're trying to spread the word as much as possible, raise some money because there are some trial treatments out there around the world, but it's going to cost a hell of a lot of money to give him a chance. So we're going to put some links up. We're going to share it, and if everyone can just, if you've got the time, just to have a little read of the Just Giving page, maybe, and if you've got anything spare, that's brilliant. If not, then just share the actual, the news, the link. It'd be much appreciated. So we'll do what we can for the little fella.
Yeah, definitely. It's a very, very good cause. So if anyone does have a couple of dollars spare, feel free to donate. Also, just sharing the word is as good as anything at the moment, making more and more people aware through your social media platforms. The link will be in the description below on Apple, Google, and YouTube, guys. So anything you can do to help Rich, his family, much appreciated. So today we're going to take a look at games 33 to 42 of the IPL. We've seen some of the most fantastic innings possibly in IPL history, or some of the most incredible shots I think I've ever seen in IPL history, Rich. Let's start all the way back to game 33.
Yeah, let's pick up where we left off last time. It feels like an age since we last spoke about this, but it's probably only a week.
It's a
week. A week has flown. A lot has happened. I believe last time we spoke, Rob, actually, before we get into this, you had written off Mumbai Indians.
I actually did. In the words of Around the League podcast, I'd put a fork in them. I need to take my fork back out.
Preemptive forking. Let's say we're going to keep that in mind when we're going through these batch of games. So, right, let's get underway. So, we start in Kolkata. They hosted the Chennai Super Kings, the Superstar Super Kings. Super Kings batting first, 177 for 5. Shane Watson, 36-25. Faf du Plessis, 27-15. Suresh Raina, 31-26. Rayudu, 21-17. And that man, MS Dhoni, an unbeaten 43 off 25. Wickets for the Knight Riders, Chawla 2 for 25 and Sunil Narine 2 for 20. Kolkata in response, they made pretty short work of this, Rob. A 6-wicket win with 14 balls remaining, 180 for 4. Brilliant performance from the Knight Riders. Sunil Narine, all-rounder Narine, 32 off 20. Shrubman Gill, 57 not out of 36. And Kartik, that man, he finishes 45 not out of 18. 18, that's ridiculous. That's, one more shot and he's in the top 3 or 4 fastest 50s in IPL, isn't he? So incredible effort from him. Sunil Narine, all-rounder, he's having a great IPL. He picked up man of the match.
Excellent performance. Carl Cardick, Dinesh Karthik, we spoke about him, the Michael Bevan of the T20 world. He's the finisher, but going at this strike rate, a strike rate of 250 for almost 50 runs, absolutely incredible effort. It was the seamers that was the downfall at the end of the day for Chennai. You've got MS Dhoni. MS Dhoni's having the IPL of his career in his twilight years, but the fast bowlers just weren't able to get the control and they started disappearing to all parts with Narine at the start. And it just continued through to Gill and Kartik. Not quite good enough with the seamers.
Yeah, definitely. So Chennai just dropping off the pace at this point, aren't they? Just a fraction, anyway.
Just a fraction.
Next game we move to Indore. Kings 11 Punjab hosting the Mumbai Indians, the forked Mumbai Indians. Kings 11 batted first, 174 for 6. Similar sort of game as the previous one we spoke about. KL Rahul, 24 off 20 at the top of the order with his opening partner Chris Gale, 50 off 40. Karun Nair, 23 off 12. And Mitch Stoinis, 29 not out of 15, Rob. He's there. MVP Stoinis.
Good on Mitch.
Yeah. JJ Bumrah, 1 for 19 with the most impressive bowling. Obviously not many wickets taken, but 1 for 19 is exceptional. Mumbai, in response, won this game with 6 wickets in hand with 1 over remaining. Brilliant win by Mumbai. Yadav, 57 off 42. Ishan Kishan, 25 off 19. Then we have Hardik Pandya, 23 off 13. Sharma, 24, not out of 15. And Krunal Pandya, 31, not out off 12 to comfortably get them over the line. Young spinner Mujib Rahman 2 for 2 for 37 with the ball. Man of the match, Suryakumar Yadav for the Indians. Mumbai, hang on. If they hadn't have won this game, I think people would have joined you in the forking stakes, but they hang on after this one.
They must have heard what I've been saying about them, mate, because until I said that, they just weren't quite there. But the batters have been able to back up what has been a really, really good bowling attack all the way through. And looking at this game, it's kind of a funny one because we've got Mitchell Stoinis, who was my MVP left field pick for the whole competition, who probably got his first lot of runs in the whole competition, let's be honest. And he got a wicket, 1 for 37. So well played him. There's still a chance of an outside MVP performance, but I very much doubt it. But the big story, Mumbai's batting, come into the party, getting them home, actually in a close game. They won with 6 balls to spare, but they're the games that they've been losing all season.
Yeah, definitely. So really impressive. And you know, even before this game, they were just starting to turn the corner a little bit, weren't they? Even though they were struggling. So they've had it's almost kind of like last year's tournament as well, where they had a really tough first half, and then they just suddenly decided they wanted to start winning games of cricket.
Yeah.
So we shall see. Will that continue? So, like, everybody doesn't know what's happened already.
Yeah.
So we return to the Super Kings in the next game. Chennai, they hosted Bangalore in Pune. So a home game across the other side of the country for Chennai still. Bangalore batting first, 127 for 9. Bit of a woeful target, that. Obviously not the best of surfaces for them to bat on. But Patel 53 off 41 and Tim Southey 36 not out of 26. It was really not much happening in that game. There's only 2 players with any notable scores. With the ball, Ravi Jadeja 3 for 18 and a crucial wicket for him, and Harbhajan 2 for 22. In response, Chennai 128 for 4, 2 overs to spare, 6 wickets in hand, convincing. Rayudu again 32 off 25, Raina 25 off 21, Dhoni 31 not out. Is he ever out? And DJ Bravo 14 not out to finish off. Umesh Yadav with 2 wickets off 15 for Bangalore. What was most impressive about this one, Rob? Jadeja, Kohli, first ball. Harbhajan Singh, de Villiers, first ball.
Yeah.
Massive wickets. If Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers only facing 2 balls between them, you're probably going to be on the right side of a victory, aren't you?
Yeah, it is. Whenever we see RCB with a small total, it really kind of shocks the system because they've got McCullum, Kohli, de Villiers, de Granholm. They've got guys that can smash it and pour Tim Southey down the order. Get the man up the order. He can do a job for you. 127. It's never going to be enough. David Willey actually played for CSK in this one. Got 1 for 24, which was a bit left field for me. I almost forgot he was out there in the IPL.
Yeah.
But Dhoni's been India's finisher for so many years in the middle of those innings in one-day cricket and T20 cricket. His whole career, he averaged 50 in one-day cricket, whatever it was. Heaps of not outs, heaps of 30s and 40s not out, just finishing off the game, and his 3 sixes was enough to take him over the line.
Yeah, just man's a beast, eh? Right, back to my boys. My tip for the championship, Sunrisers. They keep doing it, Rob. Delhi Daredevils batted first, 163 for 5. PP Shaw, impressive looking player, 65 of 36. Iyer, I was struggling with this guy's name. Iyer, 44 of 36. Rishabh Pant, 18, a rare failure, if you want to call it that, off 19. And Shankar, 23 off 13. Rashid Khan, pick of the bowlers, 2 for 23. Big ask in this sort of situation for Sunrisers to win after the way they've been playing. They wouldn't have wanted to be chasing anything more than 150.
Yeah.
So this one was the game that I think will really, really give them confidence in the running. Knocking off by 7 wickets. So winning by 7 wickets, 164 for 3 with 1 ball remaining. Alex Hales, he got himself a score at last, 45 of 31. Very quiet IPL for him. Shikhar Dhawan, 33 off 30. Captain Kane Williamson, 32 not out of 30. Pandey, 21 off 17. And Pathan, 27 not out of 12. Amit Mishra, 2 for 19 for the Daredevils. Solid all-round batting display from Sunrisers. I would say going into this game, Delhi had the game plan. They executed the game plan perfectly, but Sunrisers just showed what they've got. They got the win, and on they march as the number 1 team.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to make Sunrisers chase because they've been so poor with the batting minus Kane Williamson. And the bowling's been that good for what feels like an eternity. But Rashid Khan he churns them out all the time. I was watching the guy bowl the other day. He's got so many variations, and I say so many, he's got 2 or 3 different variations that he bowls, but he bowls them all so well. It's not like his Google is a bit loose. His Google is really good. His flipper's not that great. His flipper is really good. The guy's just got an abundance of talent.
He's attacking both edges, isn't he, as well of the bat. He's not just taking it away from the right-hander.
Yeah.
What you'd expect from leggy. He's bringing it, he's doing, like I say, the Google, it really is challenging for a batsman to know. You've got to pick it out of the hand.
You've got to. And Kane Williamson, just doing what Kane Williamson does. He just plods it home, 32 off 30 balls. It's all he needed to do, and he saw his team home to another victory. Kept him fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. So, right, back to Mumbai. They're back in action again. What was that?
Oh, no, not Mumbai.
Oh, right.
The scene of the forking.
Rob's going to be like, no, you will lose games of cricket, Mumbai. I've already said you're unfinished. Well, I'm sorry to report, Rob, but we have another good day for Mumbai here. Hosting the Kolkata Knight Riders. Mumbai batted first, 181 for 4. Decent score, that is. Surya Kumar Yadav, 59 off 39. West Indian Evan Lewis, 43 off 28. He's having a quietly decent tournament. And Hardik Pandya, 35 not out of 20. He's having a very good tournament. Sunil Narine, 2 for 35. And fellow West Indian Andre Russell, 2 for 12 off just 2 overs. So pretty good from Kolkata in that respect. With the bat, though, they just couldn't get going properly. They got some pretty good starts, pretty good scores, but 168 for 6 was not going to do it. Mumbai won by 13 runs. They move on. Robin Uthappa for Knight Riders, 54. Suresh Raina, 31. And Dinesh Karthik, 36 not out of 26. Hardik Pandya, 2 for 19. Finished off a brilliant game. Gives him the man of the match. Just a back and forth game in this one, but it was all about the back end. Hardik Pandya, a couple of late wickets, restricting it and making sure Dinesh Karthik, the star finisher of this tournament, or at least one of a few star finishers, he couldn't get the job done. So the forked Mumbai Indians win another game.
Incredible. Overs 12 to 13 were critical. Uthappa and Raina were going really, really well together, and then both of them got out within the space of 6 balls. Makandi getting a wicket and Pandya getting a wicket, and that completely changed the game because they were 112 for 2 off 12 overs. And they're in the box seat, but just strong bowling attack, this Mumbai Indians. And the batting, they're just giving them enough. Against a better team, I think they might have struggled and it might have gone down to the wire. But Calcutta just dropped off. Getting people like Chris Lynn early, a massive, massive boost for them.
Yeah, most definitely, William. Most definitely. So we move on to the next game. Kings 11 hosting the Rajasthan Royals. The struggling Rajasthan Royals had lost the last 2 games before this one. They batted first and could only get up to 152 for 9. We did see a good score, though, from Josh Butler, 51 off 39 in this one. Sanju Samson's 28 off 23 is quieting down of late after a really strong start. And Gopal, 24 off 16. For Punjab, we had good bowling figures returned here from star performers. Mujibur Rahman, 3 for 27, and Aussie Andrew Ty, 2 for 24. In response, Kings 11, they had a damn good go. KL Rahul again, 84 not out of 54. He batted through, just did everything he could to get that win, and he got it for him. Karun Nair, 31 off 23. And Mitch Stoinis again, Rob, he's quietly coming into form. Another unbeaten score, 23 not out of 16 this time. Kings 11 with the win, 8 balls remaining. Mujibur Rahman for the Kings 11 gets the Man of the Match award. And it was all about restricting the bowling, wasn't it? The star performers did it again. When you're talking of wickets for 27, wickets for 24, you're going to be there or thereabouts. But we keep seeing this at the moment. Batters, 84 not out for Rahul. He's not man of the match. He's not on the winning team. We keep seeing these really good performances, but not being on the right side of the win.
Yeah, definitely. When I look at this, I go, 1, Marcus Stoinis. Yes, that's 1 for me. And 2, Rajasthan. I've complained about them all tournament, the batting lineup, mixing and matching. How on earth did it take them till game 9 or game 10, whatever it was for them in this tournament, to go, we're going to stick with Josh Butler opening the batting? The guy's one of the best strikers of a cricket ball in world cricket, irrelevant of the format, and you put him at the top of the T20 order, he's going to help your team. You don't back Josh Butler all the way down at 6 in T20 cricket. They've only got themselves to blame for being in this position, and this was his second 50 back-to-back since he's been put at opening. So they've got to be really, really taking a hard look at themselves. But the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Mitchell Stoinis, Marcus Stoinis, Mitchell someone else, getting it done, giving me a little bit of respite and a chance of an MVP performance, especially when he goes out and bangs 100 in the next game.
Right then, on to the next one. Sunrisers Hyderabad hosting Royal Challengers Bangalore in Deccan. Another win. It was 4 on the bounce of Sunrisers. They batted first in this one, 146 all out. That's going to be a toughie, but there's only so many teams when they're dismissed for 146 or restricted to 146, would you then expect them to potentially challenge for a win? Kane Williamson 56 of 39, Shakib Al Hassan 35 of 32 got the main part of those runs. Tim Southey, good performance, 3 for 30 for him, and Mohammed Siraj 3 for 25 for the challengers. So in response, they've done it again, Rob. They've restricted. It's ridiculous. Sunrisers Hyderabad win this game by 5 runs. RCB 141 for 6. Incredible. Parthiv Patel 20 off 13. Virat Kohli 39 off 30. Was looking set. Was looking in. Massive wicket to get him out. Mandeep Singh 21 not out of 23, and Colin de Grandhomme 33 off 29. Shakib Al Hassan 2 for 36 to top off a good, impressive all-round performance from him. Captain Williamson, he got man of the match for this one. Worth just noting, Sunrisers, they lost their last 7 wickets for 34 runs in 4 overs, which is a bit of a collapse, I think we can all agree on. But it's the bowlers, obviously, got them out of jail one more time, restricting RCB, and just another ridiculously impressive win. Yeah,
incredible win. I think it's Kane Williamson's 5th 50 of the competition at this point when he gets this 56, and he's the glue that's holding this whole team together, because the batting lineup is so fragile, it's unreal. Darwan comes and goes as he pleases, sometimes performs, sometimes doesn't. Pandey, Shakib Al Hassan's probably batting a little bit too high for what I'd like to see him, and Hale's a little bit out of form. So without him, this team is, you could turn around and go, it's the worst batting lineup in the IPL. But in terms of performance, when you put 11 players on the pitch together with all the different skill sets they've got, they're the best team in the IPL, and that's purely down to Kane Williamson as captain, scoring runs, and then the bowling. The bowling is absolutely out of this world. Al Hassan, Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan cleaned up AB de Villiers with a googly in this. Absolutely incredible. Moeen Ali got to go. But he feathered off early doors, and then they're into absolute free fall, and they're up against it. But they're just... Winning teams win games of cricket. It's a habit, and this team has got a great, great habit of winning.
Yeah, they're obviously, it's that setup, isn't it? Kane Williams as captain, Tom Moody as coach. And when you look at some of the other coaches as well, I'm not kind of pinpointing too much on them, but they're quite new players. They're names, aren't they, rather than coaches? Whereas Tom Moody has been a really successful coach over a number of years. He's obviously got that team playing as a team. It's not just a collection of individuals, which maybe some of the other teams could be seen as. And he's got them winning games of cricket in lots of different manners, which we will see in a few games' time as well. But it's so impressive what they're doing at the minute. And, for me, long may it continue.
Yeah.
Right, we move to Jaipur, that lovely, lovely place of Jaipur. Rajasthan Royals hosting Kings 11. 158 for 8 for the home team. Josh Butler, again, getting up the order, 82 off 58. Brilliant. Sanju Samson 22 off 18, and just to mention here, Ben Stokes, we've not mentioned him for a while, 14 off 11. Andrew Ty 4 for 34, and Mujib ur Rahman 2 for 21. Brilliant. Kings 11 in response, 143 for 7. Could not do it. Fantastic bowling performance from the Royals. KL Rahul again, 95 not out of 70, and Stoinis 11 off 16. Rahul cannot stop scoring runs. Gautam 2 for 12 off 3 overs for the Royals. Massive. Royals kept themselves alive with this brilliant defence, but Sunrisers Hyderabad-esque defence of this 158. Spinners Gautam and Sodhi went for a combined 3 for 25 in 7 overs. Fantastic performance, great win. Just one thing I want to say on this, actually. I watched the end part of most of this game, actually. Andrew Ty, he had a black armband on. His grandma had passed away that very same day, and he was breaking up when he was talking.
Yeah.
And it was really, really nice, really sweet, and quite emotional. But then Graham Smith, I've got to pick fault with this. Graham Smith showed a little bit, I'm sorry to hear about that, blah, blah. and then just kept peppering him with questions, about another 6 or 7 questions. It's like the man's just shed a tear on live TV, cut the interview short, mate. Absolute dickhead interview that was. But massive credit for Andrew Ty there. Huge performance.
Fair play to him. Good to see Rajasthan with a win. Good to see him sticking with an informed Joss Butler at the top of the order. What could have been for this team if they had him at the top? You talk about Ben Stokes. Ben Stokes has gone missing a little bit in this tournament, it's got to be said, but his bowling performance was very good. But the absolute star of the show with the ball has got to be Ishant Sodhi. 1 for 14, 12 dot balls, 3.5 economy rate. He's only just come into the team in the last... this is his second game. 1 for 14 and 1 for 25 off 8 overs, having an exceptional start. I do have to pick fault with you, though. You failed to say that Rajasthan, they got 158... Stoinis opened the ball in 2 overs, 1 for 15. Superb player.
Mate, I leave those stats for you. You know this by now.
And he chipped in with 11.
Yeah, I'll go for the obvious stuff. I just give the summary of the wickets now. If you want to pick out a 1 for nothing, then that's your call.
Yeah, but Rahul as well. Bit unlucky for Rahul being on the wrong side of the result here. His last 2 innings is 84 not out and 95 not out in cracking form. Just an incredible player. Really, really incredible player. They were just so slow this whole time. The 143 for 7 they finish. Well, if you actually look at it and say at the end of the 14th over they were on 85, they were never really at the pace they needed to be the whole innings.
No. I mean, if you've not got that off 10 overs, you're struggling, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, right, 2 more games to go and we're all up to date. Kolkata hosted Mumbai Indians, Rob.
No!
Mumbai Indians. Do you remember that team?
Oh.
Well, Mumbai Indians batted first and got a mammoth 210 for 6. Surya, I forgot his name. Surya Kadav. Oh, no, Yadav. I'm just going to call him Yadav. I'm going to get it right. It's a mouthful. You got to say it right from the off, otherwise you go down the wrong road with this name. Surya Kumar Yadav. There you go.
Nailed
it rolls. 36 off 32. What game is this? Kolkata against Mumbai. Sharma, 36 off 31. Ishan Kishan, 62 off just 21 balls. Hardik Pandya, 19 off 13. And Aussie Ben Cutting, 24 off 9. Chawla, 3 for 43. He's starting to bubble away in the background with some wicket. Knight Riders in response, Rob. You don't want to hear this. 108 all out. Done. Game over. Mumbai win by 102 runs. Not bad for a team that have been written off. For the Knight Riders, Lynn 21 off 15, Rana 21 off 19, and Tom Curran 18 off 17. You're struggling if I'm talking about Tom Curran in the batting state. The Pandya twins, brothers, whatever you want to call them, 2 for 12 off 3.1 for Krunal, and Hardik 2 for 16 off 3. Ishan Kishan, man of the match. Mumbai Indians romp on.
I've been saying for a long time how much I like this Mumbai Indians team and how much I think they can turn this around, and they're doing just that, Rich.
Don't let him get away with this, people. There's no revisionist history going on here. He called them. Any Mumbai Indians fan out there, give Rob some grief.
Yeah, 210 for 6 is a really, really top score. Ishan Kishan getting runs for what feels like the first time in a long, long time. His last 50 in the IPL came all the way back on April the 22nd. That's how long it's been. So, good performance by them. Andre Russell's gone off the pace a little bit with the bat after that incredible start that he had. It's been a while since he's got any runs. The finisher, Dinesh Karthik, Murali Karthik. Let's leave it at Dinesh. Let's get it right first time. Not even in. Just blown away by this team. The Pandyas are absolutely superb cricketers. We made that abundantly clear in the preview show. And yes, Hardik Pandya gets more praise than what Krunal does, but I'm a huge Krunal fan. I just think he's a brilliant, brilliant batsman coming in at 5 or 6, and his bowling's underrated. So, well played, those two.
Yeah, I think Krunal Pandya, I think he's just getting lost a little bit in how well players are doing at that position. That middle order position, isn't it? So, but he's having a hell of a tournament.
The other one is Mitch McClenaghan. When he's playing in this team, they are a better team, and his stats aren't worldy stats. But what you get from him every single time he plays is consistency. You know he's going to pick up a wicket or two, and you know he's going to go for about 25 to 35 runs. It's never going to be a disaster performance. He's just constantly banging it out. So the last times he's played is 1 for 24, 1 for 30, 1 for 31, 1 for 34, 2 for 26, 2 for 22. He's on an absolute stellar run, And again, it just goes under the radar because he's not a superstar. Like, Pandya's a superstar.
Yeah.
He's just doing his job for the team.
Yeah, and also, if you remember, he was quite a late call-up, wasn't he? He was a replacement for somebody. I forget now who it was, but he certainly wasn't part of the draft. He went undrafted, and then he was a call-up after the event. And that's maybe why he didn't play in the first couple of games or so, or early on, because he's played 9 games now. When you look at the top leading wicket takers, everyone's played 10 or 11, so he's one off the pace there. But he's got 12 wickets. If he gets another 2 wickets in his next game, he's suddenly 14. He's joint third wicket taker.
Yeah.
So when players have played less games, we kind of forget about them when we're looking at things like that. But he's up there. Yeah. He's one of the guys that he's going to be in that conversation. And someone like Trent Boult, for example, was raving about him not long ago. He's got 13 wickets in 11 games, so 1 more wicket in 2 games. So McLennan, he's bowling really, really well. And Mumbai, massive credit to Mumbai. We joke about it, but there's a lot of teams that would not have been able to turn around all those defeats, and not just defeats. They were heartbreaking defeats. They were really close games a lot of the time, wasn't they? And sometimes when you get smashed, you can kind of just let it roll off you and go, that was just a bad day, let's go again. But when you're getting beat by 1 run or 1 wicket or just really in tight affairs, it becomes so difficult to turn those games around. You think that the world and luck and everything's against you. So just massive credit to them. And also, we're all on Mumbai's side now, just because Rob's called them off, really.
I deserve that.
Yeah, a little bit. Right, last game. I'm pretty much saving the best till last. This was an incredible game yesterday. Delhi Daredevils hosting Sunrisers Hyderabad. Massive game. Delhi struggling down at the bottom. A team that's looked quite good, but just can't seem to just get the wins. A bit like Mumbai. Delhi, 187 for 5, a decent score. Rishabh Pant, I don't think there's going to be enough words to describe this. 128 not out of 63 balls. The man was ridiculous. Shakib Al Hassan, 2 for 27. I've got to just admit something to everyone here. I was watching this game, and it got to about 2 or 3 overs before the end, and I dozed off.
Oh.
I missed the last 2 or 3 overs.
Oh, no.
So Rishabh Pant was on 90-something, and when my eyes opened again, he was on 128 not out, and the innings was over. I apologise, Rishabh. That was incredible. So in response, surely Rishabh Pant is getting that Man of the Match award, and surely he's getting a win for his Delhi Daredevils. Well, no. Sunrisers Hyderabad had other ideas. 191 for 1. Ridiculous. Won by 7 balls as well. 9 wickets in hand. It was looking good for Delhi early on. Hale clubbed 14 off 10 and was dismissed. Darwan and Williamson had to rebuild. Well, Darwan went on the counter-offensive. Williamson took his time, but both of them ended up in almost the same spot. 92 not out for Shikhar Dhawan, and Kane Williamson 83 unbeaten. Brilliant. One of the most convincing wins in this year's IPL, apart from probably the Mumbai win in the last game. Just a superb knock by Pant, but Dhawan was incredible as well. Really early counter-offensive, read the game brilliantly, took the attack back to them, and Sunrisers showing they can win games in another way.
Yeah, great performance. I was watching the Pant performance, and I was just, you're watching someone bat, and he's like, oh yeah, he's batting well. I knew he got 128, and there wasn't long left in the innings, and I was like, did I really read he got 128? And then he just went on to play some of the most ludicrous cricket shots I think I've ever seen. So talented, so much time. He'd stick 1 over cow, he'd stick 2 balls through cover, and then he would play a dill scoop, and he would play a little dab sweep, and then he would play batting left-handed, he would play a little dab over third man for 4. But the thing was, this ball wasn't pitched at the stumps. This ball, he went down to play it, so he's in the crab position, doing the little flick over his shoulder. The ball comes up near shoulder height, and he still gets it over third man. The eye and the quality and the skill level that he was actually playing at was a ridiculous level, because they were 160 going into the final over, and he just went bonsai again.
Yeah, who was the unfortunate bowler? I forget. Was it Bolt?
Cole.
Oh, was it? Okay.
He had a bit of a rough outing. Kumar had a rough outing. Sandeep Sharma bowled pretty good. Rashid Khan, not bad. In fact, one of Rashid Khan's googly deliveries to Glenn Maxwell was comical. Maxwell went back and across to cut this ball, and the ball would have probably missed leg stump when it hit his pads. He just absolutely done by what was being bowled at him. But Sunrisers, they're the team of the tournament at the moment. They perform with the ball. They're great in the field, minus Alex Hales, and they are very, very solid. I say solid with the bat. They're not solid with the bat. Kane Williamson is consistent, but they've got people that can perform. And there's nothing stopping Alex Hales going big. There's nothing stopping Darwan doing this and scoring 92. Pandey can bat. Shakib Al Hassan can bat. They've not done it consistently, but when you've got one man in the middle saying, hey, I'll get 70 or 80 every single time we bat. Boys, you just bat around me. You're going to win most games of cricket.
The worrying thing, if I'm one of the other 7 teams at the moment, is Sunrisers are suddenly realising that they can bat. They've been winning games without having to need to make big scores. And now they're suddenly being able to do that. You know, there's players in that batting lineup that haven't really performed yet. They've gone under the radar. But that's the worry in itself, because that means that their time is coming. These players, they're too good. You know, any player playing in the IPL, they're too good to go on a run for too long without scoring many runs.
Yeah.
So that just tells me that Sunrisers have got more to come. It's not like every single player is playing at that absolute limit of their performances.
Yeah,
so I'd say it's a worry for everybody else.
It's very true. I put a tweet out earlier, and I'm sure everyone who saw it agrees with me. How the hell is Rishabh Pant not in this Indian team? We spoke about it in the last episode with the squad announcement. But this guy who's just smashed 128 in the IPL, is not touring to play against Ireland and get some international experience, or against England. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's a strange one, isn't it? I know the counterpoint, you know, people saying, well, people like, you know, Dinesh Karthik and others kind of in his sort of place, you know, because he can wicket keep, can't he, Pants as well. Yeah. But it's a bit like England. Suddenly you have an embarrassment of riches of wicket-keeper batsmen. Well, do you know what, guys? They don't all have to keep wicket.
Yep,
get them in the team. Get them in the team, especially in the limited overs format. I mean, there's got to be a way of getting him in there. But it is a bit of an embarrassment of riches at the moment for Indian cricket. So we will just sit here looking a little bit jealous. That's fine.
We will. What about the table, Rich?
Let's have a look.
What's this Mumbai run done to my prediction of them being fourth?
Well, if I go from the bottom, mate, where you predicted they would be, then we'll see when we get to them. So Delhi Daredevils are propping everybody up. Played 11 on 6 points. Joining them on 6 points in 7th place is Royal Challengers Bangalore. They've played 1 game less, though, so that's why they're there. Rajasthan Royals are 3rd from bottom, so they're sitting in 6th place. Again, played 10. They're on 8 points. In 5th place is Kolkata Knight Riders. So they're on 10 points off 11 games. And just above the Knight Riders in a qualification position is those Indians. Mumbai Indians, 11 games played, 10 points. And they are 2 points off 3rd place, which is the Kings 11 Punjab, who have played 10 games and have 12 points. Chennai, they're still there or thereabouts, 10 games played, 14 points. But on top, Sunrisers, 11 games played, and they are 4 points ahead now on 18 points. So they've got that breathing space, even with Chennai's game in hand. Value for the lead, most definitely.
Yeah, the Sunrisers story is such an incredible one, because you look at the amount of runs they've scored as opposed to the amount of runs against them, and there's literally like 50 runs difference in the whole thing, which is incredible. They've never really smashed anyone by batting first because they've not had that firing. However, they're getting there now. The biggest disappointment, yes, Mumbai have turned themselves round, and if they continue like this, they're going to take 4th place. They could even take 3rd place. Royal Challengers Bangalore. I had an RCB versus Mumbai final with RCB winning, and they have absolutely bottled it. We're talking of a team that has Virat Kohli, that has AB de Villiers, Brendan McCullum, Quinton de Kock, and they've only won 3 games. And you've got to say, it's probably the bowling that's been the biggest letdown for them.
Yeah, group of individuals, mate. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Not a team.
It's true. Mumbai, they're a team right now.
They really are. So, right, just got to quickly mop up who's doing what at the top. So, leading wicket takers now, Hardik Pandya and Andrew Tye tied on 16 wickets apiece. And then we've got 3 blokes on 14, Mujib ur Rahman, Markande and Umesh Yadav on 14. So, brilliant from them. With the bat, we have Rishabh Pant. He's just taken out. Well, actually, 2 people. Rahul was wearing his hat. Which one's the batting hat? Is it the orange hat for batting?
Orange hat, I think. Yeah.
Orange hat. So Rahul was gladly wearing the orange hat, and then a day later, Rishabh Pant is on 521 runs now in 11 innings. Kane Williamson in 2nd place, 493. Then it's Rahul at 471. Then it's Surya Kumar Yadav. I've got to say it all in one go. 435, and then Ambato Rayudu 423. Next man, Virat Kohli 396. Pull your socks up, Virat. Come on.
If you could pick any one of these players from the top 5 to being your team, who would you pick?
Well, funny you should say that. Shall we have a look at the team we picked?
I think we should.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the guy, but somebody put a message on, didn't they, Rob? You do all the message stuff, so that's really good. But that means I don't necessarily know who said what. But someone asked us what's our team of the tournament so far. So we thought we'd actually put that on paper. So have you got a separate team, or are we both running off mine?
No, I've got a team. I'm not quite sure how strong it is.
Right, well, you guys out there can tell us who's the best team, and yeah, thank you, I know it's mine. So, I'm going to go first, and I've got the Kings 11 Punjab opening partnership. I've got KL Rahul and Chris Gale opening the batting for me. Gale may have played a few games less, so he's not in the top run scorers, but he would be if he'd played the same amount of games. Runs per game, he's up there.
Yeah.
Ambatu Rayudu for me at number 3 for CSK.
Yeah.
Awesome. Kane Williamson, he's my captain of this side as well. He's batting at 4 for Sunrisers. Rishabh Pant, he's coming in to smash it to all parts in number 5. MS Dhoni then comes in at number 6, my wicket keeper, my man. I know Kane Williamson's captain, but MS Dhoni's he's having a day off from captaincy, so it's fine. And then I'm playing one guy out of position here. I'm putting Sunil Narine down at number 7. He's sitting as an all-rounder. He's took 13 wickets. He deserves that spot, but he's also scored 200 runs plus. And he's going to smash the ball to all parts. Hardik Pandya, leading wicket taker, he's in there, and he's going to be supported by the other 3 bowlers, Mujib ur Rahman, Andrew Ty, and then a bit of a surprise selection here, JJ Bumrah. He's playing really well.
Wow.
He's in for his wickets, but he's also in for his economy rate as well, 6.83 at my last look. So that's a team. Nobody's beating that team.
Well, you say that.
I do say that.
I'm coming out of left field here. I'm just going to put it out there. I have made a decision to part ways with Marcus Stoinis from my IPL team of the year.
Wow, hold the front page.
I know. I'm full of flipping and flopping with the Mumbai and with Stoinis.
Hey, saying that, mate, I think Suresh Raina was going to win every batting category alive, so he's not even in my second 11 at the moment.
So here we go. My batting line, I've gone with Chris Gale as well.
Okay.
I had a feeling you'll go with Rahul. So I've gone with the man, the myth, the legend, the biggest biceps in the IPL, Shane Watson.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, scoring runs and gives you an option with the ball. I'm going with Kane Williamson at 3, just because Kane Williamson.
Yeah, good reason.
AB de Villiers at 4. He had a great start.
Yeah.
Dropped off slightly, but he's had a great start, missed a couple of games.
Yeah.
I'm going with Mr. Pant.
Mm-hmm.
MS Dhoni.
Mm-hmm.
Hardik Pandya.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Ty.
Solid.
Rashid Khan.
Yeah, he was close. He was a toss-up between Rahman and Khan for me, so that's close.
Yep. So there's the similarities. And then this is where I change it. I'm going with Makonde.
Oh, okay.
Makande. And so I've got 2 spinners, Khan and Makande. And just out of left field, just because I've been raving about him today, Mitchell McClenaghan has made my IPL team of the tournament so far.
Can't argue too much with that. Shane Watson, not having that. Watto, no, I'm not having him. But
Watto?
decent team. I reckon. So we'll stick these teams out there, Rob. If we can put them on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever, and just get people's takes. Right, what's your teams? Beat my team, basically. I mean, my team. Come on. I mean, my team is a better team. I think we've got to admit to that. So.
Well, what we're going to do, we spoke about this before we came on air. When we get to the end of the regular season, the regular play of games, 14 games, what we're going to do, we're going to sit down, we're going to pick our team of the tournament. There'll be little tweaks from possibly where we are now, and we're actually going to play them off against each other in terms of strike rate, economy rate, batsmen, and we're actually going to see statistically who is the better team. So what we want you guys to do is comment in YouTube below, or tweet us, or Facebook us, or email us at theleadingedgecricketpodcast@gmail.com. Who is your team of the tournament and why?
Yeah, obviously wait till it gets towards the end of the tournament. Otherwise, it'll be an almost team of the tournament.
Almost team of the tournament.
Almost. But we definitely want to hear your feedback of which team's better. My team.
Yeah, your team is very good. Your team is very good. Mine's just I've gone a bit heavily on. I've gone heavily on Shane Watson because I always like Shane Watson, and I've gone a bit heavy on the Kiwis potentially.
Nah, it's all good, but it's all good. So that gets us all up to date, man. We have an IPL update. We're ready for more IPL. It's coming thick and fast. I think there's another 13 games, if I'm right. So we'll kind of jump in somewhere in the middle of those games to get the next update going. And then before you know it, we'll be into Eliminator territory.
Can't bloody wait. Can't wait for some Eliminator. Anything else from yourself today, Rich?
No, it's all good, mate. We're ready to go.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time, Rich. And as always, guys, you've been legends. Till next time.